If you want the latest NFL news and rumors around free agency and a lot more, you're in the right place. This is NFL Daily by Chat Sports. I'll be the host on today's show. I'm Mitchell Renz. That's going to be the analyst, Tom Downey. And we're going to start the show off with, of course, Tom Brady.
Not a rumor. That's
leaving
news,
the
baby.
Patriots. This is news.
Yeah, he has announced he will not be back with the Patriots. Now, they had talks yesterday, the Patriots and Brady. Clearly, those didn't go the way Brady wanted. And I think for Brady here, he's decided he doesn't want to be in New England anymore. The Patriots would have made this work if that's what Brady wanted, and he didn't want to be franchise taxed. They didn't have that option either. His deal void today, he's gone. He will not be back with the Patriots next season. That's official. Now, in terms of some fits for Tom Brady, Bucs have offered him $30 million a year, allegedly, per Ian Rapport. He says the Chargers have also made a strong offer. And in the meantime, until Brady makes his decision, it's going to be quiet coming out of his camp, or at least that's the report. We'll see what leaks, if it's real or not.
I kind of like the idea that it's going to be quiet, and I think it should be quiet. He's going to talk to his family. He's going to talk to his friends. I think he's going to do what's best for him, what's best for his family. I still do believe, obviously, he wants to win football games. But if it's me, I do think it's a clear two-team race right now for Tom Brady. And you got to ask the question, who am I getting? Am I getting the GOAT, or am I getting a quarterback who did see a little bit of regression in 2019?
You're getting both. Like, he is the GOAT, but you're not going to get prime Tom Brady anymore. That's okay.
Okay. So we did put out our top 5 Tom Brady destinations. At number 5, we have the Chicago Bears. Maybe, fill in for Mitchell Trubisky. It's not the answer. The Indianapolis Colts at number 4. The Las Vegas Raiders at 3, who have been linked to Brady the entire offseason. The Los Angeles Chargers, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If I had to put my money on it, I would put my money on the Chargers and the Bucs. So we'll ask everyone right now, where will Tom Brady play next season? Get your votes in the comments section below. You're a betting man. Where are you putting your money on Tom Brady going?
I'm put half of it on the Bucs, half of it on the Chargers, and win.
Okay, fair enough. So where will Brady play next season? I'm going to go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's now talk about Phillip Rivers and the Colts. Is this one a done deal? That's what Matt Miller's saying.
This is a very sensible move because we have talked about it so much. That the Colts and Rivers are a fit, and that the Colts like him, and Rivers wants to go play for Indianapolis. We'll see what the money looks like, but it's been so heavily rumored and connected, it just kind of makes some sense in the end.
I think it makes a lot of sense. I mean, if you're the Colts, you're trying to win football games now. I don't know if he's going to be the player to help you win football games now, but the Colts have actually shown a little bit different mindset this free agency, which I like. They have money. They've spent some money at going out. Getting a player like Buckner, sure, you gave up your 13th overall pick, but hey, if you think Phillip Rivers is the next thing that can help you take that next step, maybe you go out and get him. But 2019 was a little bit of a setback. He was a Pro Bowler those last 3 years. So Phillip Rivers, Chargers, not going to happen. Shout out your favorite team in the comments section below. We're curious here. I'm a Raider fan. Tom's a big Cowboy fan. He also roots for the Bengals. I would say if I had to root for another team, I used to work for the New York Jets in college, so that was pretty interesting. So, Bosco, I know you're a Cardinals fan. Max is going to say Packers. Denver Schmidt, go figure, is a Broncos fan. We got the Dolphins from Aaron. Then Cracker Chips says the Chargers. Continue to shout out your favorite NFL team. And if you love the NFL, I want you to subscribe to Chat Sports right now and also turn on your notifications. Because right now, the last time we checked, it was like only 19% of our viewers had the notifications turned on. Even if you think you have them on, just double check. Click it on so you know if we have breaking news, if a trade does happen, and when we go live for free agency or anything during the offseason, you're not going to miss it. So turn on the notifications, click subscribe, and if you can't find the subscribe button, we'll put a link in the chat and in the description below. Let's now talk about Dak Prescott and his extension. Tom, you're the host of the Dallas Cowboys Report, which I hear is the most popular Cowboys show in the entire world. Indeed. So you talk about Dak.
You would be right. So Dak Prescott, let me jump ahead a little bit here. Chris Mortensen of ESPN reports that the Cowboys have offered Dak more than Wentz and Goff. Again, we don't know exactly how much more, so that's not a whole lot of information there. He says, and I do certainly buy this, that Dak wants a 4-year deal. And then the Cowboys want a 5-year deal for Dak Prescott. So if it's the same deal, a little bit more than what Jared Goff got, but it's an extra year, that's not quite the same thing. So I think that's noteworthy in terms of the discussion here. This also tells me they're not far off.
Yeah.
And they haven't been that far off for a long time. So I still think this gets done, and using the exclusive franchise tag was a very clear sign from the Cowboys. Hey, we're working in good faith here. We're going to make this work out. We promise you we will get this deal done. We're going to make it happen. And it's going to be more than Jared Goff.
It should be.
It has to be. Why would Dak take less? He's looking at $34.5 per year on the next 2 franchise tags if he doesn't sign a deal. Why would he take less? Sorry.
No, and I don't blame you. And I think a lot of people, I saw somebody say, quit being greedy, Dak. I don't really know if it's as much as Dak being greedy. I think he's just betting on himself, and he's seeing all these other young quarterbacks that are getting paid. And do these players get paid a lot of money? Yeah, there's no doubt. And I think sometimes we laugh at, $1 million, $2 million. But if you're a person, you're going to want to get the most you possibly can. So I don't really blame Dak for doing what he's doing. So how about this? Should the Dallas Cowboys make Dak the highest paid quarterback in the NFL? Why for yes and for no?
In a bubble, no, you don't want to make Dak the highest paid guy. That's not how you want to operate. But in reality, the best quarterback is almost never the highest paid guy.
Yep.
Oh, very, very rarely is that how it works out. And wouldn't you rather pay Dak Prescott even $38 million right now than wait a year, let Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes get $42 million or whatever, and pay Dak $39? If you wait longer, you cost yourself more money. Dak's your guy. You don't want to make him the highest paid guy, but you know what? If you make it happen, you're gonna feel better about it in a year, in 2 years. If you had locked up Dak for $35 a year ago, or even $34 a year ago, you'd be feeling great right now with these other deals coming in. Instead, the longer you wait, the more it costs you in the long run.
So give us a why for yes or an N for no. So let's go into Cam Newton because he's been given permission, Tom, to seek a trade. And just over the last 10 minutes, this is just getting juicier and juicier.
Yeah, this is fascinating stuff right here. So the Panthers clearly leaked and sent out, hey, we've given Cam Newton permission to seek a trade. There's also a report that the Panthers have interest in Teddy Bridgewater, and that part starts to make sense when you realize what's happening with Cam Newton on Instagram. So he's got that weird font, super impossible to read, so I'll read it off for you guys. In the Instagram post of Carolina saying we've given Cam Newton permission to seek a trade, Newton says, stop with the wordplay. I never asked for it. There's no dodging this one. I love the Panthers to death and will always love you guys. Please do not try and play me or manipulate the narrative and act like I wanted this. You forced me into this. And then he puts the love with this emoji up. What a time, baby, in NFL worlds. This is crazy, man. The Panthers leak out, yeah, we were Newton wants to trade, and then Newton claps back and says, no. I do not want this. You're forcing me this.
How long did it take him to write that message? That's what I want to know.
His font's on his phone, so it didn't take too long. But
I don't know.
What a crazy and wild world for Cam Newton here.
No, I totally agree. And I think when you look at Cam Newton, you got to figure out if he's healthy or not. And unfortunately, the world we live in right now, the situation, it's not very clear with this whole Go Bears situation. So you can't really give him a physical. In 2019, he played in only 2 games. But even, you got to go back and look at what he did in 2018. You saw the regression. And I should probably look it up. I think it's the last 6 or 7 games, Cam Newton hasn't thrown a passing touchdown. It's not only his legs, it's the shoulder as well. Yeah. So he has definitely taken a little bit of a step back. But if he's healthy, I don't think he will ever go back to being the 2015 MVP.
Yeah.
But he can be a pretty good solid quarterback.
The injury is such an unclear
It's
situation.
such a question mark.
Who knows? Yeah.
It's such a question mark. So we do have some possible Cam Newton trade destinations.
If it's his request or the Patriots or the Panthers are forcing him to do it, I don't know.
But for us right now, these are probably our top 5 teams most likely to go out and trade for Cam Newton. You have the Chicago Bears, obviously with Mitchell Trubisky, it's a tough one there. The Los Angeles Chargers, they don't have somebody. It would be interesting with Tyrod Taylor, Cam Newton. The Patriots, they're moving on from Tom Brady. The Indianapolis Colts, they have plenty of money. Jacoby Brissett's not the answer, but we think that they're linked to Phillip Rivers. And then the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If the Tampa Bay Buccaneers swing and miss on Brady, and they don't want Jameis, you want a strong-arm quarterback, hopefully he's healthy, go out and get a Cam Newton. So those are our top 5 teams. If you agree with us, throw it in the comments. If you disagree with us, let us know. Where do you think Cam Newton's going to play, or which team should trade for Cam?
I think the Bears are maybe the most sensible fit. Because even if you can let him compete for the role with Mitchell Trubisky and try and keep that alive a little bit, I'd rather take Cam over Dalton or Foles. Cost, I think, could end up being pretty similar.
See, but I think it's such a bad time right now for this Carolina Panther team to try to trade Cam.
Well, yeah, especially now that Newton's saying he doesn't want out.
Yeah, it definitely
or
doesn't
didn't ask
help
for a trade.
So, which team should trade for Cam Newton? We're seeing some Dolphins in there. I see Colts in there. What else we got? The Jets. I don't think that's going to happen.
Johnny thinks we're recording. Tough break, Johnny. No, we're not.
Sorry, Johnny.
Ooh, you hate to see it. Well, I guess you guys love to see it, actually. So
yeah, Johnny. It's no longer live. Johnny, you're wrong.
It is.
Which team should trade for Cam Newton? Throw it in the comment section below. And yes, if you see any of these thirsty bots, please type B. So for those of you like me that have a Cam Newton jersey, if he does get traded, I'm going to be looking for a new one. There's no doubt about that. And if you are a Carolina Panther fan, this is probably a good player to go out and get right now. It's Christian McCaffrey, who I'll say is the best running back in the NFL. Go to chatsports.com/jersey deal. We found a whole bunch of Nike NFL jerseys under $80. It's not just the ones that you see on screen. They got Color Rush. If maybe you want a white Saquon Barkley jersey instead of the blue one, they have it. So shout out your favorite player. Shout out your favorite team. Let us know maybe what jerseys we should start showing up on screen. But if you can't find, or if you don't remember it, it's chatsports.com/jersey deal. We'll put it in the links. We'll put it in the comments section below. This one's pretty interesting. We got Anthony Harris. So he was tagged by the Minnesota Vikings yesterday, and now Rappaport's saying the Vikings, they're going to start taking some calls.
And they're looking apparently for a mid-round pick for Anthony Harris.
Laughable.
Which,
laughable.
I know that you're not going to get a lot because you got to pay somebody too, but
it's Anthony Harris.
If you can't get at least a
Wake
fourth, maybe just pay him.
I mean, if you can't get a fourth round, I mean, Anthony Harris was the best safety on the market, and I get it.
Yeah.
Safeties and running backs right now in free agency, they're kind of like,
it's kind of weird.
They push them back a little bit. But if I'm an NFL team and I need some help in the secondary, and it only costs a fourth, heck, I would even give up a third easily for Anthony Harris. I wouldn't even think about it. So Raiders, if you're watching this, if that's what it costs, go give up one of your third-round picks and go out and get Anthony Harris, who had 60 tackles last year. And since he has been the starting safety for this Minnesota Vikings team in the middle of 2018, dude's been incredible. Top 3 safety in the NFL, I'll say, over the last 2 years.
I don't know about last 2 years. He kind of had his breakout year this past year. But Harris is a damn good player. And he had that 6-interception season. Now, you're probably not going to get that again next year because interceptions can be a little fluky. But there's value there. If all you get is a fourth-round pick, I mean, I guess that's fine for what you might have lost him for as a potential comp pick in next year's draft. But when they tagged him, I thought they were going to keep him. Maybe that's not the route they're going to end up going.
Maybe that Stephon Diggs trade switched up some things there with Minnesota. So we're going to stick here with the safety position. We're going to go to Von Bell. And speaking of Bell, make sure your notification bells are turned on.
Ooh, nice plug.
So the report, the Panthers, they're interested in him, which shouldn't surprise anyone because I think going into free agency, Tom, the Panthers had 11 players that were set to hit the market, plus they lost Luke Kuechly.
Yeah, look, Panthers have all kinds of needs on defense. I guess there is kind of a Joe Brady connection, although those guys were on different sides of the ball. Brady was an assistant for the offensive coaching staff, and Von Bell's on defense. Panthers have safety needs, big time. To be quite honest, I don't get this fit.
Okay.
Because I want to play Eric Reed at strong safety. Why would I play Von Bell at strong safety too? Maybe you want to play Eric Reed as some linebacker, but I would
move him around a little bit.
If I'm Carolina, I'd rather just bring back Trey Boston and play him at free safety. Like that works for me. I think Von Bell is at his best in the box and in not so much in coverage.
Can't say that.
But, that's exactly what it is, Mitch. Deal with it. Not so much in coverage, but around the line of scrimmage. I think that role fits well for him. I don't love the fit for Carolina. I think the Saints trying to keep him would make a lot more sense. I think that makes sense for New Orleans. Keep him. You can keep Chauncey Gardner-Johnson in kind of that nickel hybrid role. I think it'd be a really good move here for the New Orleans Saints if that's a route that they want to go. And keeping Von Bell would be a win for them.
So speaking of Von Bell, we're going to talk about Bells. Join the Noti Gang. Turn on the notifications. This is the time of the year that you need to be subscribed. And this is the time of the year to have the notifications turned on for Chat Sports because we're going to be giving you guys a whole bunch of content around NFL free agency.